What's up, everybody? Welcome back by the channel. Hey, if you caught our previous video, you seen when we took the wing, the ZL1 wing for the Camaro, down to Hale Automotive. We had it prepped and we had it painted to match the car. Now we're here in the shop. We've got the wing and we're getting ready to install it. So we've never done this before, so we've got to get the old one off and get the new one installed. So hopefully it's going to go well. So guys, let's get busy. All right, guys, the first thing we got to do, we've got to get this cover off. And we've got several little grommets on here that we've got to remove to get them out of the way. And then we're going to have to remove these grommets here also. That'll expose the bolts that are in the back. And then we've also got on this Camaro, we've got the rear camera. So the new wing has support for the new camera. So we're going to slide it in there and see if it works. So guys, let's find something to take these grommets off with. Guys, we've got these grommet pullers. You can get them pretty much anywhere. They make them in metal, they make them in plastic. You can get them at most auto parts stores, or you can get them on Amazon, eBay. These are relatively inexpensive, but they're easy for pulling these grommets off. So we're going to start pulling these off here. Let's use this side of it. Pull them out like so. All right, we got the felt out of the way. Remember to make sure you get your emergency release hatch puller out of the way. These other two pieces just pop off right here. You remove the grommets all the way. Now we're going to remove these two grommets, and there's two bolts up under here, and then the camera cable. So we're going to remove the old spoiler first, and then I think I can get my hand up in there and take the camera out. At least that's what we're hoping for. So let's get these off. So me trying to figure out what size. All right, we got to figure out what size bolt we got here. All right, guys, it's going to be a 10mm socket that you're going to need. You're going to need a deep socket. It's going to need to take these bolts off. Now, when you take them off, you need to be very careful, because if they fall down in here, you're going to lose them. So we're going to be taking those two off over there and these two off over here. So let's see if I can take them off without losing them. All right, we've got the outer ones off and out of the way. Now we're going to try to get the ones up underneath here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but let me put some light on it for you. It might be a little difficult to get these off, but they're right here. And that's for that center piece in the middle of the old spoiler. All right, see if we can get them off. All right, we got all the bolts loose, we got all the grommets out of the way. The spoiler is loose, all except for the 3M tape that's actually holding it down. Hopefully we can pop this up without having to put any heat to it, but I don't know. We're going to try it and see what we got. All right? That 3M tape has got it pretty good. Even though all the bolts are loose, it's not coming up. So fortunately, we've got a heat gun. We're going to get a heat gun. We're going to take some string, and we're going to see if we can loosen this stuff up and get it off. All right, guys, this was a real pain in the butt. There's 4 screws. Well, I'm sorry, there's 6 screws. Here, here, here. And they have Loctite on them. And they're like a star bit. And it is a T15. Very difficult to get these out. And then once you get them out, they've got 3M tape all along this side here. And all that is to house this camera, which is right here. So that was a unusual pain in the butt. All right, but we got that out of the way finally. So now we're going to see if we can get the camera out of the housing. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, this is the bottom of that spoiler. This is where this camera plugs into, okay? You have to unplug it from here. It plugs in. You have to push that clip down and pull, and it takes the camera out. But boy, is that a pain in the butt. All right, we've got that out of the way. Now let's see if we can get the rest of this glue off the trunk lid of the car. All right, guys, this camera is a real pain to get into position, but once you get into position, you put your piece on here, pull your wire back through. When you drop the camera down in there, you have to take a screwdriver and kind of push it at the bottom, which would actually be the top, and give it a little bit of bottom force to push it up in there to make it click into place. Once it clicks into place and you put this top piece on, it holds the camera still. So this is in place now, and what we're going to do, I'm going to attach everything to the wing. Then I'm going to attach the wing to the car. I figured that's the easiest way to do it. So now that I got the camera figured out, let's get to it. All right, guys, that took a lot longer than what we thought it was going to. We had a lot of extra trouble with this, with the camera, but we finally got it in place, got it hooked up, got the wing on, got it installed. I think it looks great. It does change the look of the car completely on the rear end of it, because you can see how much higher this wing sits than the what was previously on there. So anyway, guys, the ZL1 wing from Extreme Online Store. The only gripe I'm going to ding them on was that had some screws missing that we really needed, but we were able to work around it, and it didn't come with any instructions as far as which bolts to use where, so we had to kind of like figure it out as we went. So anyway, it's on here. I think it looks good. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hey, clang that notification bell. And we'll see you on the next one.